Is it translated into English?
Not up to now, because it just appeared, but there is an interest by American editors, so perhaps in 1 or 2 years you even can read it. And the title, as you can see, is No Drugs, No Future. I mean, it's an English title. Right. The subtitle is Drugs in the Times of Globalization. Mm-hmm. And the reason for this English title is that I think that the international drug policy is totally influenced by the American philosophy. America is leading a war on drugs, which is not, as Susan Sontag means, metaphor. No, how do you say for this? It's not just a picture, it's a reality. It's a reality. There are people killed every day in South America, even in Asia, where American troops try to fight this war on drugs. Mm-hmm. So if we want to change this politics, which is totally wrong, as I think, it's the most important thing that the government of the United States, but more important, the people of the United States, start to understand what's going on with this kind of fighting a war against drugs. So this is the basic thing of this book. Yeah.
How about drugs, illegal drugs that are prescribed to students in schools? What's your take on that situation?
I don't make any distinction between drugs. I speak about psychoactive substances, and I don't care whether they are legal or illegal. And if we look at the problem with these kind of eyes, we will find out that not, for example, cannabis is a problem, but the problem is, especially in the United States, but also in Europe, the pharmaceutical drugs. Pharmaceutical drugs which are given already to children, to youth, to adults, to old people, especially to old people. There is an open drug scene in senior houses where all the old people come together. They get an incredible amount of psychoactive substances against depression and all these kind of things. And one of the main things in my book is speaking about the medication of kids. Mm-hmm. I think that in the whole world, in the countries of the North, of course, the rich countries of the North, including Europe and the United States, we are giving too much psychoactive drugs to children, which influences their brain. Children from the beginning on should learn that they can solve problems out of themselves by the help of parents, teachers, neighbors, and not taking a drug. Because the brain, there is a point in the development of the brain that you start always, whenever you have a slow problem, you start to take a drug. Mm-hmm. And this is, for my experience as a therapist, very dangerous. Mm-hmm. And therefore, one of the most important things is what we should learn. We should stop this system, which is developed especially in some parts, at least, of the United States, where the school nurses give out drugs, especially Ritalin, but also Prozac and all these kind of drugs. We should stop this. Only children who are really ill, and there are people and children and young people who are ill. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, some pharmaceutical drugs can help them. Mm-hmm. But we all take them more or less as smart drugs. Prozac, for example. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people. Fukuyama writes in his book, which just came out, he wrote 10% of the American population is under Prozac. And what does it mean politically when you take a drug that paints the world around you in wonderful colors, whereas objectively the situation is very bad. So psychologically you are on a wonderful drip of excitement because you are chemically manipulated, but the reality is that your situation is very bad. You are workless, you are homeless, or you have low wages, you have no jobs, all these kind of things. You take a drug and you don't want to change the situation because the drug puts you down. This is not new. I mean, we already know it by Huxley, this idea of happy pills. But now we have a reality. This utopia now is reality. And it's a bad utopia, taking too much drugs for handling everyday life. This is a danger. This should be stopped. And this should be discussed especially among parents, teachers, and people who live in living, vivid communities, neighborhoods, where they discuss all this kind of problem. They should have a conscious about the danger of this over-medication, especially of young people. Our life is, well, defined by stress, by speed. I mean, I'm now 64, and I know the whole development from my youth to now, and everything I experience as an acceleration. Everything comes speed, more speed, more speed, more speed. Your body, your brain is unable to follow this speed, so you have to take something that helps you to come over the day or to come over the night. It's not recreational. I mean, I have no problem when somebody, for example, smokes marijuana for recreational reasons. But the problem is, it hasn't to do with fun. It's just a need to overcome all the complicated situations of the day. 2 jobs. Who is able to make 2 jobs, coming home, having children? You have to help your children. You have to talk to your husband or to your wife. You have to organize the whole family life. It's just too much. And there's a lot of scientific research proving that when you ask people, they all say, yes, it's too much, life is too speedy, I want to slow down, but I have no chance to slow down because otherwise I can't bring in the money for myself, for my family, and for everybody who needs the money we are living off. So this is one of the reasons, just the speed in the society, the stress in the society, people are tired. People don't sleep enough. It's a big problem. People don't sleep enough. Not to have enough sleep means depression, means a lot of kind of illnesses, diabetes. I don't know all the English names for these kind of illnesses, but the life we are living makes us ill, and we try to overcome the situation by taking drugs.
They advertise in Germany on television?
Yes, of course. And in my book, there is a special chapter, what should be done. And of course, one of the most important thing is to stop any kind of advertisement for psychoactive drugs. No advertisement for alcohol, for tobacco, for cannabis, for psychopharmaca. This should be stopped. People shouldn't be brought by advertisement to do things which are not good for them. On the other hand, if they really need something, give them the chance. So have special drug places where they can go and buy it to a normal price, because you can't stop people doing it. But do it under circumstances that they are not forced by third powers like advertisement, and the background of this advertisement is profit, 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 profit. And for profit reasons, it should not be allowed to go in public with drugs which are in the long run dangerous for those who take them.
So thank you so much again.
Thank you, it's a pleasure for me.
Thank you very, very
much.
much.
Good luck for you. Thank you.
Thank you.